We never do schools. We never do our red roof. We never do roads. If we don't do all these things, we don't want us to continue. That is why I want you to work for continuity. When I begin to see hope, you start to build roads and foundation in the start. Comrades don't build solid foundation for those things.
Scored the highest number of votes, is thereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
In a free, fair, and credible exercise of democratic franchise, the people of Edo State on Wednesday, September 28th, 2016, unanimously gave their mandate to a man they trusted enough to be their next executive governor for the next 4 years. That trusted and tested man is Godwin Enorase Obaseki, a technocrat, a go-getter, a man of firm resolve and quiet dignity, who contested on the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC. Mr. Godwin Obaseki's decisive victory over his PDP main opponent, Mr. Osadebe, was well earned and deserved after a hard and exhaustive electioneering campaign that took the governor-elect and the deputy governor-elect, Honorable Philip Shaibu, to all the nooks and crannies of Edo State. Yes, the ever politically conscious and perceptive Edo electorate voted into office Mr. Godwin Obaseki to consolidate on the sterling achievements of Comrade Governor Adams Aliyu Shomole, who has midwifed the state's development since November 12, 2008, when he was first sworn in as the state's third executive governor. By the election of Mr. Obaseki as their next governor, the Edo people proved that their memory was not short, and that they recalled the years of maladministration in Edo State, which occasioned despair, desolation, collapsed infrastructure, wastefulness, and irresponsible governance. Those 9 years, between 1999 and 2008, has remained a dark page in Edo State's political history, as it was notorious for fiscal irresponsibility and indiscipline, phantom project execution, through which the state's resources were diverted. Not to think of the specter of bad roads, floods, collapsed schools and hospitals, and the lowest level of workers' morale. For all these, the Edo people resoundingly said never again on September 28, 2016, when they voted in Mr. Godwin Obaseki as the next governor. The Edo people appreciated and believed that the gains of the APC administration needed to be consolidated upon by voting to succeed Adams Oshomole, a tested man like Mr. Godwin Obaseki. Remarkably, Mr. Godwin Obaseki has been a driving force in the winning team which Comrade Adams Oshomole assembled, wherein he functioned in different strategic capacities. As is typical with democratic values and tenets, the governorship slot is not a child's play. The race to succeed Governor Adams Oshomole, especially in the state APC, was hot but open to all party members who cared to show interest in the governorship post. Before now, Mr. Godwin Obaseki was not a very familiar political personality, but perhaps by his acknowledgement of the excellent deeds of his boss, Comrade Governor Adams Oshomole, he worried at the prospect of the good deeds of the administration being jettisoned by a successor who may not share the administration's ideal and vision for Edo State. This concern, no doubt, propelled Mr. Godwin Obaseki to gun for the state gubernatorial slot, not necessarily out of personal political ambition, but out of the need to sustain the tempo of development and continuity in Edo State. To him, the state's interest was of absolute primacy. Notwithstanding the political scheming and intrigues involved in this quest, he subjected himself to the rigors of party primaries, where he squared up against other formidable aspirants within the party. The APC state primary was keenly contested, and Mr. Godwin Obaseki emerged as the APC candidate and flag bearer for the gubernatorial election. It was not a misplaced choice after all, and today the rest has become history.
Based on this result, based on the powers conferred upon me by the National Headquarters of All Progressives Congress, I hereby declare Obaseki Godwin Ngosigase Mr. as the winner of these primaries. Thank you and God bless.
The electioneering campaign was on its own very rigorous and exhaustive, as Mr. Obaseki traversed all parts of the state to reach the grassroots and explain the policy thrust of his government if voted into office. He predicated his campaign on the passion to make Edo State an investment haven, creating jobs for the people and providing access to finance for traders and market women. Specifically, he aimed to create 200,000 jobs for the youths through private sector collaboration and skills acquisition transfer scheme, provision of micro, small and medium enterprise loans, which is expected to create another 50,000 jobs to support over 20,000 small businesses in the next 4 years. He also hoped to generate wealth by keying into the value chain development of oil palm, cassava, cocoa, grains, rubber, fruits and vegetables, as well as create over 150,000 jobs under a farm ownership and management model or outgrower scheme. Youth empowerment also engaged Obaseki's attention, as he hoped to create young entrepreneurs, as well as focus on their development through investment in sports, arts, entertainment and crafts. Matters of general security of lives and property, as well as infrastructural development, were also crucial on the agenda of the governor-elect, as explained to the people.
So we will give our youth empowerment, women empowerment, and I promise you, say, we will create a minimum of 200,000 jobs in the next 4 years.
We may pause to ask again, who really is the man Godwin Enorerase Obaseki, the Edo governor-elect? The man Godwin Enorerase Obaseki is a known name in high-profile financial management circles around this part of the world, and with noble antecedents. He has been a keen mover and player in the nation's private economic sector as an investment and finance expert before he joined the Adams Oshomole's administration in 2009 pro bono publico. Mr. Godwin Obaseki was born in Benin City to the illustrious Obaseki family. He had his early education at St. Matthew's Anglican Primary School, Benin City, now Asoro Primary School, from where he proceeded to Egos Anglican Grammar School, also in Benin City. For his tertiary education, he attended the University of Ibadan, where he obtained a Bachelor of Arts BA degree in Classics. He also attended the Columbia University and Peace University in New York, USA, and had an MBA in Finance and International Business. A fellow of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, Nigeria, he is also an alumnus of the Lagos Business School's Chief Executive Program. Mr. Obaseki was in 2001 nominated a Global Leader for Tomorrow (GLT) by the World Economic Forum. Godwin has had a brilliant career that spanned 30 years, during which he established a track record in investment banking, asset management, securities trading and the public sector, both locally and internationally. He started out in 1983 as a stockbroker with Capital Trust Brokers Limited, Lagos, and later moved over to the International Merchant Bank, which was affiliated to the First Chicago Bank. In 1988, he joined AVC Funds Limited, Lagos, as a project manager, where he led a core team that set up two of the new generation banks that have reshaped the face of banking in Nigeria. Between 1993 and 1995, he worked in New York as a principal of Equatorial Finance Company, a financial advisory firm which provided structured trade finance for African-related transactions through credit, financial advisory, and risk insurance. In 1995, he founded his own Afri-Invest West Africa Limited, formerly Securities Transactions and Trust Company Limited, SecTrust, over which he presided as its pioneer managing director. Since then, Afrinvest has continued to grow in leaps and bounds, serving as advisors on some of the largest and most significant transactions in the Nigerian capital market. It has also ranked as a major investment research firm, which is at the forefront of playing instrumental roles in the introduction of new financing products as Eurobonds and global depository receipts to Nigerian companies. The firm won the Best Asset Management Firm in Nigeria award in 2014 at the auspices of the Wealth and Finance International Magazine Finance Awards. This was a fine personal profile that Mr. Godwin Obaseki brought into the governance team of Edo State when he joined the administration of Adams Oshiomhole in 2009 as head of its Economic and Strategy Team, EST. As head of the State Economic Strategy Team, he ensured the documentation of state economic development framework through sector strategy planning, the introduction and enculturation of retreats to harmonize policy planning, implementation, monitoring and evaluation of outcomes, amongst others. As a professional, Mr. Obaseki has served on the Presidential Committee on the Reform of the Nigerian Pension System, Committee of the Securities and Exchange Commission on the Reactivation of the Nigerian Bond Market, as well as member of Council of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, NSE. He is also an active member of the Dr. Jackson Owen Obaseki Foundation, a family-owned NGO. A man of history and competence, he knew the peculiar economic circumstances of Edo State and thus helped to introduce policies that shaped the APC's administration's enviable economic and managerial conducts, which indeed produced highly commendable development initiatives of the APC's administration in the state. With his expertise, the state was able to steer away from crippling financial difficulties that have afflicted most states in the federation, to the extent that many can hardly now meet their financial obligations, including salary payment to workers. In his modest ways and lifestyle, the man Mr. Godwin Obaseki has been very sacrificial in service to ensure that the interests of Edo State prevailed at all times above any other interests. The man Godwin Obaseki, Edo State's governor-elect, is one highly rated by well-reputed Nigerians on his ability to perform.
Very dedicated to his job, and he believes in results. He's also steadfastly open, so transparency is one quality I know him with because I've done business with him in the past. So I believe he's the right man for the job.
Godwin has got the relationships, Godwin has got the skill, he has helped to build a lot of businesses in Lagos. We want him to transfer this skill, this is relationships into Edo State.
He's somebody I've come to know through the years, but his ability, he's a financial expert, he's a technocrat, and he's somebody that really means well for the state, my state, Edo State. He has been the chairman of Edo State Economic Team for over 7 years and has not even collected his salary. His study he's doing is very selfless.
What I very quickly identify with Godwin when it comes to anything is his passion and his commitment. You give Godwin a task, you can be sure it will be done, and he is committed to it. He does not pay lip service to issues. He digs in, and that's one quality that is endearing and is comforting.
Godwin is highly cerebral and knowledgeable in economic matters. Nigeria today is facing one of its biggest challenges, economic. And we need those with that intellect, understanding, and ability to attract private investment. Those who know what to do right from day one. Godwin has a lot of qualities that stand him out. He's a humble person, he's a listener, he is not the average Nigerian politicians we know.
Gio is a planner. Gio does not shoot in the blind. Gio is data driven. Gio is a thinker, he's very reflective. Gio is empathetic. Gio has a common touch. Gio, has a track record of success. And I don't think that success will be broken, rather that success will be elevated. under this type of platform.
Godwin has been in the government of Edo State as the chairman of the economic team, driving the economic process of Edo State. For us, the experience is there, the challenges he already knows. So, forming a cartel around government, I will call it an economic cartel around government, will be the pride of Obaseki to taking Edo to the next level.
We want to show him how proud we are of what he's done, what he's achieved with the comrade governor, but also to tell him that he must continue and also take it even to a greater level.
Nigeria may have begun its latest romance with democratic governance in 1999, but the dividend on such a political dispensation had been a far drill on Edo State and its people until lately, as there has been nothing meaningful to showcase such an experience. But as soon as the then AC administration took over power, now the APC, on November 12, 2008, the democratic expectations which had been a far thought before that date suddenly seemed a realizable dream. After 8 years of responsible and purposeful governance, perceptive observers have expressed the views that the APC's administration in Edo State under Adams Oshomole did indeed strike the right chord in the management of the state's challenges as had never been seen in decades. 8 years of the APC's administration in Edo State, virtually all sectors have been impacted upon positively across the 18 local government areas. With a formidable cabinet comprised of technocrats, bureaucrats and specialists in various fields, and Godwin Obaseki as the head of the economic team, the development thrust of the administration has remained very dynamic, multifaceted, and largely encompassed an aggressive and sustained drive for improved infrastructure. Therefore, marketing Godwin Obaseki was an easy task. The back-to-back campaigns of the APC and its candidate, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, across the nooks and crannies of the state offer important lesson in political display and engagements of the electorate before September 28th election. Apart from the fact that APC is a better organized party, the visibility of APC throughout the electioneering was domineering everywhere for over 2 months. The size of the crowd that the APC paraded with their energy at the campaign ground was another blow to the opposition. In addition, the caliber of speakers at APC rallies, the celebrities and the basic coherence of the message showed that the APC was more polished and people-driven. The achievements of the present administration of Adams Oshomole spoke for Obaseki. The setting up of the $1 billion Azura plant in the state, which is a public-private partnership PPP initiative, the ceramic factory situated on the Benin bypass, and of course the multi-million naira mechanized agriculture projects. If the APC government had not made the state attractive for investors by providing the enabling environment, well-renowned investors like Alhaji Aliko Dangote and Ishaku Rabiu of Buwa Group and the Chinese investors would not have found their way to Edo State to invest. On the 28th September 2016, the electorate made their position known, loud and clear. At the end of the election, which was adjudged to be free, fair, peaceful and credible, the electorate in Edo gave Godwin Obaseki their mandate with 309,483 votes, beating his closest rival Osadebe Yamu, who got 253,173 votes.
Godwin Obaseki of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law, scored the highest number of votes, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
As a fallout of the keenly contested gubernatorial election, the PDP, which lost the contest, has been willing to, whoever cares to listen, blamed its loss on imaginary rigging and conspiracy. A report from the various polling centers across Edo State speak of peaceful and credible exercise.
Peaceful, orderly, and I think what is beautiful is that the turnout is very, very high, very, very encouraging. Shows that people have become anxious to exercise their democratic rights, and that is a good thing for the system.
Turnout is huge. People are enthusiastic. Vote is going on. Candidates are working. Everything is going on smoothly here.
You can see the large turnout of voters in the Everybody is anxious to vote. Thank God for fair weather. Thank God for peace. There's been no violence in this area. The crowd leader has worked, at least in this place. And we have enough security presence. I just hope that what we have seen here will also play out in all the areas. But at least in this place, the materials have arrived, they have started, it's orderly, they are using the card reader, and there's no violence. So here we are very happy and we are impressed with what is happening.
The election has been very peaceful, the voter turnout is very encouraging, and the process is very fantastic too. It's a combined process of accredit and votes.
Peaceful, and everybody, as far as this community, they are going about doing their best as to voting.
What be the glory? The process is free and fair. It's orderly. The place is coordinated. You can say for yourself that the turnout is even encouraging. You understand? Then the process is smooth. For INEC, I commend them. For the security people, I commend them. Then for the electorate, I equally commend them because it's like they have been able to correct themselves. I'm sure without security next time, they will be able to vote without any...
Wonderful turnout, very peaceful. I think let me commend everybody, okay? The voter, the security men, the INEC officials. It has been extra peaceful. And I'm very satisfied with what I've seen here today.
Well, the process has been one of a kind. For me, brilliant. If this is the first acid test of this particular process, then I think we're beginning to get it right.
I think the orderliness is as a result of the new system in which the INEC has taken up.
And as soon as the results were announced, the whole state was agog with jubilation as like an answered prayer. The people have massively voted for continuity, which was the cardinal manifesto at the Godwin Obaseki and Philip Shaibu ticket.
All my brothers and sisters, when follow me do primary, they come look. They look God, they look me. They say, now God, now make am so. All of them come around and join together. They say they go support me. Not the time I go thank them. With that, all of us come together as one strong party. Now we start to campaign. We campaign. We don't say campaign go hard like that, because we get something to campaign with. The people when we dey campaign with, we don't see what in them do, what in they get a campaign. So then they start. Now it comes out to the lie. Lie. Which kind of lie they not talk? They say Christian, call Godwin, he won't bring Islam, come at those states. That's why they lie, by the grace of God, because they don't get everything tell us. They still say we still be mumu. They don't say our mumu don't do.
Through their various congratulatory messages to the governor-elect, reputable Nigerians have expressed their confidence in the ability of Obaseki to perform. Hear them. President Muhammadu Buhari, the outcome of the election clearly reflected the mood of the people to sustain the pedigree of responsiveness, forthrightness and diligence that Governor Shomole brought into the service of his people. The victory is good for democracy. Senate President Bukola Saraki, Godwin Obaseki has proved to be a good private sector man, who is also a grassroots politician. He is a worthy successor to incumbent Governor Adams Oshomole. Dr. Samuel Osaigbovo-Gbemudia, let me note that from my own analysis of the poll, there was no ward in all the 192 electoral wards in Edo State that you did not do well by securing either a clear victory or a pass mark. This therefore stands you out as a pan-Edo leader right from the beginning. It's a rare feat and a great pedestal, an investiture of popular support, legitimacy and confidence. The Isekure of Benin Kingdom, Chief Nusaka Isekure. The road was tortuous, but victory assured. I wish you a successful tenure of office under God's guidance. Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos State. The victory of Obaseki showed that Edo State is ready for transformation and consolidation of the outgoing administration. Obaseki is people-friendly, reliable, trustworthy, and has the fear of God. The people made a right choice. As the Edo people eagerly await the official inauguration of the new governor on November 12, 2016, the people's optimism and expectations are very high that Godwin Obaseki will indeed expand the frontiers of development in Edo State and take it to a new level, well beyond the landmark achievements of Comrade Governor Adams Oshomole. It is a victory well deserved. Congratulations, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the next governor of Edo State.
By the way.